And of course, the huge story this week is Manhunt 2. Manhunt 2 given an AO rating by the ESRB, banned from the UK. Amazing. So here's the story. Now, today it came out that Sony and Nintendo won't allow an AO game on either of their systems. But you know what? It didn't even matter. There is no chance in hell that a company is going to release an AO game at this point in time. For the reason being, nobody will sell it. I mean, you got Walmart controlling 25% of the retail. You got Best Buy, Circuit City, and Target who aren't going to touch this game either. I mean, basically, at least 80 to 90% of the retailers would not sell this game if it was an AO game.
Yeah.
So it makes no sense. It doesn't matter.
The GameStop EBs carry the game?
I don't know. They might. But it doesn't matter. Let's be conservative and say 80% of the retailers won't sell this game.
Would Best Buy carry it?
Regardless, I don't know. It doesn't matter. GameFly and Blockbuster said they won't sell it or won't stock it. So forget about it. Nintendo. Yeah, forget about Nintendo and Sony saying they won't allow it. It doesn't even matter. Not only that, I mean, it's Rockstar. All the trouble they got into over Grand Theft Auto and Hot Coffee, all the heat that they brought down, do you think they're really going to release an AO game? It ain't happening.
Well, the real question is why so much uproar over the rating of AO? Why is it the store's decision? We're not going to carry it because it's AO. Why not let me make the choice that I don't want to buy it because it's AO?
Because the stores don't want to bring the heat down. I mean, if all the stores said, okay, we agree that we'll sell it, that's one thing. But there's going to be a couple stores who won't sell it. And then the stores that do sell it come out looking like the bad guy. They bring all the media heat. I mean, listen, Wombat.
Okay.
It boils down to this. There's so much political pressure now on the video game industry. It's huge. And even more so on the ESRB. The ESRB giving an AO rating to this game is them covering their asses.
Well, of course.
They give this game an AO rating. They're like, look, we said this game is for adults only. There's no misunderstanding that this game is for adults only. That's the rating. Okay? So their asses are covered. If they have to go before Congress when somebody gets strangled gets suffocated by a plastic bag or a remote nunchuck, their asses are covered.
Yes.
But now, look at it this way as well. The ESRB wields incredible power now. They drop the AO rating on a game, and it's game over for that game. That game ain't coming out. So you have to realize that it's pretty amazing how much power they have. They sort of, I think, realized what kind of power they do have. You remember when all these congressional hearings took place, the argument was, is the ESRB just like the footboy of the industry? Are they really even relevant? And now with one judgment, they've proved that they are. They've basically just kicked this game to the curb, and now Rockstar
that's the intention from the beginning of the ESRB. It's, this game, we don't even think this game should be released. Let's just give it a rating where it can't get played.
No. I don't think it's from them to say whether a game or not should be released.
But
that's censorship.
But they are.
Well,
by giving the game
right.
an AO rating,
Yes.
saying that it can't be played on the consoles that it's developed for, they're essentially saying that this game cannot be sold in stores.
Absolutely.
So that is what they're doing. And they can't play ignorance and say that they don't know that this is the outcome. Because this is what they do for a living.
Absolutely. JDubX in the chat room is saying that they are judge and executioner.
Yeah. They can now decide whether or not a game can or cannot be released.
Yes. So basically Rockstar now has to go back and they have to retool this game so that it gets an M rating.
What was it specifically that gave it the AO rating?
What was it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Now, the British Film Board, which has banned this from the UK, they said it had nothing to do with the Wiimote controls. They said it was the content of the game. But really, I think what really caused this game to get an AO rating was the media. And the media, they know that this game is going to get intense media scrutiny. And the ESRB knows that if they don't give it an AO game, it's their asses on the line.
Wasn't the first one kind of crappy?
It was sort of boring. It was fun for it was
10
interesting
minutes.
for maybe a half an hour, and then.
I mean, this is a lot
got
of
sort of
attention
boring.
to be, put on a game where the first one was kind of a letdown.
Right. So even if Sony and Nintendo would allow an AO game, they still couldn't release it. So ESRB has basically shut this game down until Rockstar goes back and retools it. My recommendation: pretend that this game takes place on another planet and that everybody are aliens, and then just change the blood to green.
I say replace the blood with rainbows. And every time you strangle someone, rainbows shoot out of their eyeballs.
Right. Or everybody all the characters are now zombies, and you're freeing them from their zombie existence by killing
Their
them.
misery. Or make them all Nazis. How about
Right.
Nazi zombies on another planet that shoot rainbows instead of blood?
Yeah.
And
All
every
right,
time you
so-
kill someone, the word "shine get" will appear on the screen.
Have we covered the Manhunt controversy thoroughly enough? Because that is the big news, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's disappointing in so many ways. I say they should release it as the AO and let them release it, and definitely Sony should get the sticks out of their butt and see what
Right.
happens.
Do you want to try to take a call and see what one of the CAGs think about this controversy?
I'm afraid, but sure, let's see what
afraid,
Thornbot has to say.
But if you want to call up 781-EAT-CAG, see what Thornbot has to say. Oh, that's funny. Caller, you're on the air.
Hello?
Yes.
Hey!
Man, good
Who's
luck
this?
editing this show.
I am very skilled. I am now the best editor who's ever lived. I have so much practice.
You know what? About this whole Manhunt thing, I think the ESRB is completely broken.
Why is that?
Because they just... sorry. They're completely broken because everyone thinks an AO game is a pornography game, which isn't true. I mean, the MPAA has the same problem. I mean, they get no marketing and everything. So, I mean, what the ESRB should do is get rid of the mature rating and just have an adults-only rating.
Yeah, I mean, really, if you think about it, that's a really good point, actually. Because if you think about it, the mature rating is what? It's for 17 and up?
Yes, and AO is for 18. and up.
So that really is adults only.
Yeah,
That's
if you
a really
think
good
about it, it's
point.
like, oh, it's mature. So if your kid's mature enough, then yeah, he can go play Grand Theft Auto or whatever. No, the game
Or
is
just
meant for
call it-
adults, not for
Exactly.
little Timmy that's 13 years old.
Exactly. Change the rating. Instead of calling it mature, you call it 17 plus.
I mean, I don't know if it's going to work, but I mean, it's a start. So,
What's your name, caller?
on the chat room, why
Yeah.
Dark Fact?
Are you on a treadmill?
No, I'm on a cell phone.
Oh, okay.
Very nice. Well, thanks for the call.
Yep.
Good points. All right,
Very
Wombat.
good
See,
points.
we had a good call. It was a
That was a
little rocky there.
I'm
But,
still laughing at my own joke. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. I think we talked about the Manhunt stuff for long enough, right?
Mm-hmm.